Any task that a management company performs, from creating a service request, sending email or physical correspondences, and even down to the little things like a sticky note left on your monitor saying, "Hey you, do this thing next Friday," are all what we call action items within the Vantica system. The benefit of these tasks being action items in the system is they can be tracked, reported on, and they also can have automatic functions like sending pre-templated emails to make your time more efficient when performing your job. Some quick examples of action items are service requests, email messages, association tasks, general questions, etc. Almost each task that we perform in our industry and with CAMS is turned into an action item. Action items give us the ability to use predefined steps that notify specific roles using pre-templated emails and a notification system like the Vantica dashboard along the way. Each task that the system creates an action item for is also given a unique XN number for tracking, documenting, and reporting. From the creation of the action item till the action item is completed or closed, Vantica has built those predefined steps so that you, the user, can dictate how the action item completes itself based on the steps it's placed in, all the while notifying specific default followers of that action item or roles within the system with access to view or create the action item along the way. So now where can we find these action items? Action items are tasks that are assigned or tagged to associations or associations and owners. Depending on how that action item is tagged may determine where that action item can be found. Was it assigned to an association as a whole, perhaps for a common area, or was it assigned to a specific property or unit? If an action item or task is created for just an association, like for example an association task or service request for a common area, those would be found on the Association Action Items page, or you could also find them on the All Action Items page for that association. Any action item that was not only tagged to an association, but more specifically to an owner or a specific unit in that association, like perhaps a general question or a service request for a specific unit, those can be found on the Homeowner Action Item page. They too can also be seen on the All Action Items page for that selected association as well. Both the Homeowner and Association Action Item pages will default to show you all open action items. If an action item has been completed or closed, you will need to click the Include Closed box to then display both open and closed action items. From there, you can filter your search with the columns, change your items per page, and scroll through the pages as well. You can also view the details of an action item by clicking the drop-down arrow shown here. The menu button here is where you can select, message, step, or edit that action item. You can also just right-click on the action item to perform the same options as the menu button. Now that covers the difference between homeowner versus association action items. So now let's talk about the difference in my action items versus all action items. As I stated, action items are configured to notify and assign responsibility to roles within our system based on the predefined steps that the task is currently in. When an action item is in a step that is assigned to your role, whether that's manager, ACM, regional manager, or so on, it will show in your My Action Items page, which is located under the Action Items dropdown. This page will display all open action items that are currently assigned and needing action by a role that you have been given. There are two reasons an action item is showing on your My Action Items list. The first reason is it's needing immediate action from you in your role in order to advance its way to completion. Or two, it's sitting on your list so that you can follow or track the action item until another date and time when action is taken. When the action item is in any other steps which are not assigned to you, like a completed or closed step, those action items will not show on your My Action Items page, but rather the All Action Items page, which again is under the Action Items dropdown. So to recap, My Action Items page will display only action items in a step assigned to you and your role. All Action Items will display all action items that your role is a default follower to for the selected association, regardless of what step the action item is in and what role it's currently assigned to. Now that we know where to find action items based on their tagged information and where they are located based on what role they are assigned to, let's now discuss how to create those action items when we see fit. To create an association action item, go to the Association Action Items page. Click the New Action Item button shown here and fill out the appropriate fields like the action item type, the step, subject, and description. Click Update when finished, or Update and select to create the action item and immediately take another action on that same ticket. To create an action item specific to a homeowner account, go to the Homeowner Action Items page. From here, click the owner name to change accounts or change associations. Once on the correct owner's account, again we will click the New Action Item button shown here and fill out the pop-up window as needed. Once an action item is created, we can then message, edit, or step that action item from the menu button shown here. When you step an action item, you are in essence moving it to the next logical place in the workflow within that action item. Accurate record keeping and transparent communication are the key components of our industry. Action items and their designated steps allow us to perform a certain workflow while keeping accurate records for all of our customers. For other videos, check out our knowledge base section at vantica.zendesk.com.